Hello. Good evening. How is everybody? Happy Wednesday. Happy day 29. We are on day 29 of 30 Days of Thanks Live. So welcome everybody to 30 Days of Thanks Live with Trueheart Speaks. That's me, Detra Trueheart, your life purpose generator, purpose provoker, and I Speak Life mentor. Helping you get out of your own way and get to the business of living so that you can do life well. And so today, this whole month of November, we have been, hey Chantrice, hey Kim, how are you? We have been reading from my book. I'm eating Swedish fish. 30 Days of Thanks. 30 daily devotions for cultivating an attitude of gratitude. We are literally one day away from completion. Hey Melina, hey there. And as you all know, today is, let me see if I can bring this down some, maybe not. But today is Renovate Live Wednesday, which means I'm normally, so you can see my Renovate Live shirt. You all can't see it here, but see a little bit. But it is Renovate Live Wednesday, so today is the day where I spend Wednesdays with our student ministry, with our kids, our 6th through 12th graders at my church, Renovation Church. Hello, Tamika. How are you, love? And my baby is not feeling well, y'all, so I cannot stay on too late. But I am going to share and let folks know that we are live and in full effect. But I kept him home from school today, and it looks like I'm probably going to keep him home again tomorrow because he's really not doing too good. He's got a fever, and so I'm debating on whether or not I'm going to give him a bath to see if I can break that fever. Hey, Erica, how are you? And so, hey, boss lady, how are you? Hey, Tiffany, how are you? I'm so glad you got your books. Yay! So, let's see here. So, we are talking about purpose today. I'm totally smacking on Swedish fish, y'all. Yes, thank you. Pray for my baby, y'all. So yeah, so let me share, and then we will get this party started. He knows that I'm down here, so he's laying down watching his iPad, but I just got home a little while ago, so I want to go upstairs and lay with him. Yeah. My little Pookie. Alright, so let's share. Thank you for praying for my little baby. Can y'all believe that we're on day 29? Like, I can't even believe it. Like, I feel like we just started. We're on day 29. Who knew? Like, totally, I don't know. Like, tomorrow is our last day. What are we totally going to do with ourselves? Oh, how was your Wednesday? How's everybody's Wednesday doing today? Did you guys have a good day today? I'm good. I'm a little tired, but can't complain. Y'all keep me in prayer and pray that I don't get sick. You know, sick babies turn mommies into sick mommies, and so busy. It was a busy day, huh? Yeah. It says I'm gonna miss this when it's over. I know, right? It's gonna be crazy. Like, you be looking at 10 o'clock like, what am I gonna do now? Let's see here. It was good almost through the week. Yes, that's good. Yeah, I'm going out of town this weekend for my 20th anniversary of being in AKA. I'm going to meet with my line sisters this weekend, and so I'm pretty excited about that. Some of them I literally haven't seen in about, like, my one line sister, she's been married for about 15 years, and I really want to say, like, outside of Facebook, I probably haven't seen her since she got married, because I sang at her wedding. And then the other ones, a couple of them, oh, no, I take that back. Maybe did I see them at my one line? Like, we've all seen each other at each other's weddings, but this will be the first time that literally, yes, Kiwi, this will be the first time that I will have seen them. And it's not all of us. There's 8 of us, but I think there's 4 or 5 of us that are getting together. And so this will be the first time that all of us will have. They have done trips, like recent trips, but I haven't been able to do them. So this is the first time that I will be able to participate and see my son. So I'm super excited. Like, I really am, y'all. Like, I leave Friday afternoon. And I'm just super excited. Like, I cannot wait to see my line sisters. Like, they were like planning all this stuff, and I'm like, literally, like, we don't even have to like have a schedule. I just want to see y'all. I want to talk to you. I want to hug you. I want to just like catch up and see what's low on one of these. So let me put this in here. But sorry, you all. But yeah, so I'm super excited about that. Super duper duper excited. Like, really excited. Right? Pinkies up, pretty girls. We're 20 pearls. Yay! Yeah, so I am. Like, I'm really excited. And to be honest, this is the first, I think, girls trip I've taken in a really long time. That's not, like, been business. Like, I've been on a couple of girls trips where, like, a few of us went, but it was business, you know, to a conference or something. But nothing, like, where we're just going to go and hang out. So, I'm really excited. I am. Like, I'm trying not to, like, be, like, super excited here, but I really am excited. So, all right. While I chew on these Swedish fish, I think I'm hungry and I need to eat something, but we're going to get this party started. So, I'm going to eat this last Swedish fish. I'm going to save the rest for later. I'm going to be drooling all in your ears and stuff. And we're going to pick up with day 29. Yesterday was really good. So, hello everybody. Hey Chris Beats, how are you? Good evening. I'm great. Favor was really good. And so if you guys didn't check out day 28, being thankful for favor, you definitely want to go back and check that out. Like, you totally want to listen to it, read it, take it all in, all that juiciness, right? And so today we are on day 29, purpose. And so this quote says, God created you on purpose, with purpose, for a purpose, to operate in and on purpose. And that is quoted by yours truly. I had to quote myself in my own book, right? At some point. God created you on purpose, with purpose, for a purpose, to operate in and on purpose. And that is by Detra and Trueheart. So, being thankful for purpose. Can you believe it? We are one day from completing our 30 days of thanks journey. I'm a little saddened that our journey will come to an end tomorrow, but I am even more excited about what God will be doing in our lives after the 30 days of thanks is over. On this 29th day of thanks, let's give thanks for the purpose that God has deposited on the inside of us. As we prepare to end our journey, I would be remiss if I didn't have you give thanks for the one thing that makes you unique from everyone else, your purpose. That's right, you were created to be unique, to be different, and to stand out. You weren't created to blend in. You were created for a specific purpose, and today we give thanks unto God for that purpose. You may not know what your purpose is just yet, but you can still give God thanks for purpose, because you have purpose inside of you. You have something so special that only you can share. Something that only makes God smile when you are operating in it. Hello there, Doug. What's up, family? Yes, you are just that special to God. And Jeremiah 29:11 in the NIV version says, For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 1:5 in the King James Version says, Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. Yes, God knew you before he formed you. He created you on purpose, with purpose, and for a purpose. Know that God can use you at any point in your life. You may be saying, I am too young or I am too old, but that doesn't matter to God. What matters is that you are willing to be used for his glory. Just think, if the pants you wear, the chair you sit in, the fork you eat with, the hand you use to hold the fork, and the food you eat were all created for a specific purpose, then you, being so much more valuable, were created for a purpose too. So I give thanks unto God for you and the gift that you bring to this world. I give thanks unto God for the many people who have already been and will be blessed by you because of your purpose. You may have questioned your existence and wondered if you really mattered. Well, I'm here to tell you that yes, you matter. You are so special that per Matthew 10:30, God even knows the number of hairs on your head. That's right. So if you're special enough to have the hairs on your head number, then my God, you are special enough to have purpose deep down on the inside of you, burning to come out. And if you can't tell, I'm excited. It is time to tell fear, doubt, worry, low self-esteem, negative thinking, and anything else keeping you from walking, talking, living, and being in purpose that you are no longer listening to what they are saying to you. It is time you told them, and maybe even yourself, that you are pressing forward into your destiny with purpose as your motivation. It is your time. Now is the time for you to start developing and cultivating your purpose. Now is the time to start spending even more time with the Lord to get clarity on who you are and who He created you to be. It amazes me how we go to everyone and everything other than the one who created us to find our purpose. If there's something wrong with your microwave, you go to the manual or you call the manufacturer, the company who made it. So when you have issues and you're looking for clarity regarding your purpose, you need to start at the source with a capital S. Go to God's word, your manual, and seek your manufacturer with a capital M. He knows everything about you, and if you spend time enough with Him, the chaos in your mind will soon go from cloudy to clear. I'm not sure why I ended up here today, but I just believe that when God starts talking, I listen and I obey. So if this is for you, don't let today be the first and the last day that you give thanks for purpose. It's in you, and it's time for you to stop dumbing down who you are for those who aren't ready for you. Too bad for them. Just because they aren't bold enough to walk in their divine purpose doesn't mean you must follow suit. Challenge the status quo and be who God created you to be. Again, I am excited and grateful for you and the purpose you carry. So this is super juicy and super awesome because I think many times, hello everybody joining me for 30 Days of Thanks Live. We just finished reading the lesson on being thankful for purpose. And many times we get to a place where we don't think that we have purpose. We don't think that we have anything. So good morning, good evening, good afternoon to everybody who's joining, whether you're joining live or on the replay. I am Detra Trueheart, your life purpose generator, purpose provoker, and I Speak Life mentor. Here to help you to get out of your own way and get to the business of living so that you can do life well, right? And so on today, when we're talking about purpose, a lot of times we'll say that we don't have purpose, or we'll say that we don't feel like we have purpose here on earth, right? And so, or we don't have purpose in this world. And so this really, I think, just confirms, and I actually do a training in January and in July called Push Into Purpose, and we talk a lot about how to push into purpose and how to kind of unleash your gifts and your talents, how to unlock them, how to, get to a place where you can get past fear so that you can position yourself to be able to be open to your purpose. And so a lot of times, many of us will find our purpose by happenstance. And so I very rarely coach people on how to find their purpose. And what I coach people in is on how to create and find experiences that help you to develop your purpose. And so I've shared this story many times. It will not be the last time. It may be the first time for some of you, but it will not be the last time for many of you. And so I talk about how I literally came into speaking. Now, I know that I came out of the womb speaking. I've been like, if talking is something that like you have questioned if whether or not I've been doing a long time, like you probably haven't been paying attention. But I don't have any issues talking. I don't have any issues running my mouth. But being able to get paid to do it, to be able to be a speaker and to be able to influence people and to, basically just to make money and do what I love, is not something that like I came out of the womb saying that I wanted to do. And initially I wanted to be a lawyer. But what ends up happening is in doing pageants and my very first experience, I went back to my alma mater, my elementary school, speaking for some 7th and 8th, I think it was 6th, 7th, and 8th, but I know it was 7th and 8th graders. And I remember just talking to them about staying in school and talking to them about creating their own path and talking to them about all of this stuff. And I could feel this fire inside of me. And I was saying to myself internally, like there was this light bulb, like something just kind of like was like bursting inside of me saying, this is what I want to do. Like I found it, right? Like this is it. And so for many of us, that may not necessarily be how it happens. But at the end of the day, what I'm telling you is that like to go to somebody and say, hey, like, can you help me find my purpose? Like some people may have that gift, but I think at the end of the day, sometimes you don't find who you are and what you are until you have certain experiences that expose you to things, because sometimes you could be doing something that you're doing right now that may not be your purpose, and your purpose could be waiting on you, and the experience could come in, you know, in a trip to the library where you get a book on, like, you know, I don't know, interior decorating, and there's something about interior decorating that really just for you, it just lights you up and you realize, oh my God, I absolutely really love doing this. Or you know, like there's something that, you know, like for example with my husband, he, you know, and I've shared this story as well, like for him as a photographer, he didn't start out as a photographer. Like he ended up using a friend's calculator, a friend's camera, and ended up just kind of learning to take pictures. And in learning and really just the friend allowing him to utilize the camera, he developed a passion for taking pictures. And so I say all that to say, you can thank God for purpose even though you're not operating in it. You can thank God for purpose even though it may not necessarily be manifested yet. You can thank God for revealing purpose in you. There is something that only you can do. There is something that only you will do, that wherefore you can make, and it doesn't mean that it's different, that it's not the same as somebody else. So like there are multiple speakers, right? But there's a message that I bring that only I can bring that allows me to be able to connect with people who are connected to me. And so it doesn't mean that I'm the only speaker, but what it does mean is that I have the ability to connect with those who are assigned to me. And so you have some people based on your purpose. You have some people who are connected to you, who are assigned to you, who are assigned to your story, your experience, your flaws, all of that kind of stuff. And so when you walk in your purpose, the people who are connected to you will be drawn to you. And as we talked about favor, and when you already have favor, and so you already have favor, you already have purpose inside of you, it's now just a matter of time until it starts to manifest itself. And so sometimes you have to experience new things. Like there may be something that God has for you to do that you have yet to experience, but because you've gotten so comfortable in doing what you're doing that you are totally missing out, period. And so when you get to a place when you say, okay, Lord, and that's why sometimes we'll say, okay, Lord, use me, or Lord, you know, help me to find X, Y, and Z. And sometimes like you'll be prompted to do something you've never done before. And you'll be like, well, why would you have me do this? Or why would you have me go here? Or why would you have me say this, or whatever the case may be, not knowing that that is the impetus, that is the door, that is the window, that is like literally the gateway to you getting to where you need to be, to exposing you to your purpose, to developing your purpose, to getting to a space where it becomes revealed to you. So I say all that to say that we can still be thankful even though we may not necessarily be operating in it at 100% or at the fullest capacity. So let's talk about the journal assignment. So take some time today to think about, ponder, and meditate on your purpose. Write down what it is that you think you were put on this earth to do. If you're unsure, begin to set aside time daily to seek God about his purpose for your life. Remember to embrace the silence. You will need to quiet yourself, your mind, your spirit, and maybe even your house to hear what God is saying to you. As he speaks, write it down. As he gives instruction, write it down. Don't be surprised when what he begins to show you begins to blow your mind. That's just the kind of God that we serve. And as you think, ponder, meditate, and write, don't forget to give thanks unto the Lord today for your purpose. So I'm going to pray and then we'll have a little bit of conversation, right? And so it says, Lord, on this 29th day of thanks, we give you all the glory, all the praise, and all the honor for thinking so highly of us that you would deposit purpose in us. You didn't create us just to exist here on earth, but we are here for a reason, and for that we say thank you. We're thankful that you thought enough of us to send this message to us to remind us of how precious we are in your eyes. As the cliche says, God don't make no junk. We give thanks because long before we knew ourselves and long before our parents knew us, you knew us before we were even formed. How awesome is that? You knew everything about us before we showed up on the scene. You even knew this day would come where we would be listening, where we would be thanking you for purpose. How magnificent you are, God, that you know the end from the beginning. How awesome you are that you even give us the grace to try to figure things out on our own. You are such an awesome God. Thank you for creating us on purpose, with purpose, and for a purpose. Amen. So that is day 29, right? And so, you know, even like when we say we are his masterpiece, like we are his masterpiece created for his purpose, like we are created for God's purpose. And so understanding that we are created for God's purpose, there is a specific purpose for us to be here and to operate. And so never, ever, I don't know if you've ever, you know, questioned whether or not you have purpose, whether or not you've questioned what your purpose is. Understand that you do have a purpose here on earth. And so like if this chair has a purpose, if the hat that I'm wearing has a purpose, if the watch that I'm wearing has a purpose, if the shirt that I'm wearing, the earrings that I'm wearing, the pants, the boots, this desk that my computer and my laptop are on, if they have purpose, my goodness, you being so much more valuable than all of those things have a purpose as well. And I would just encourage you to seek God. I would encourage you to spend time with him. I would encourage you to get quiet. And here's the thing, don't get like, suspicious or like start feeling weird when he starts to have you do things that you've never done before, because it could be the gateway into the very thing that God has you doing in this next level, in this next season of your life. And so God is a God of surprises. God is predictable, but not predictable. And so in a way where, you know, he can have you do something that you never thought that you would do, and you could end up loving it. You know what I'm saying? He has a way of moving and maneuvering things around. And so understand that you have purpose. Understand that you were created with purpose, on purpose, for a purpose, to operate in and on purpose. You are here. You were not here. There are no mistakes about you. I don't care how you got here. The fact that you are here means that God wanted you here. And so I don't care what the circumstances are. I don't care how you got here. I don't care if your mama met your daddy and then they both left and somebody adopted you and now you're living with folks who are not your biological parents. Sometimes it gets to a place where God needed to use them as vessels just to get you here on purpose for this specific time. Like I think about myself, and I've shared this once or twice. My brother and I are 15 years apart. And the interesting thing is that when my mom and my dad met, I think my brother might have been around like 6 or 7, or maybe 7 or 8. And so when they met, they got married, and they initially were trying to have another child. And they couldn't, my mom couldn't get pregnant. And so they were literally, when my mom got pregnant with me, they were in the process of adopting a little girl. Now, mind you, I was a surprise. When my parents had me, my mom got pregnant with me. They did not know that I was going to be a girl. They didn't know what I was going to be. They just knew that I was coming. And so what's interesting about that, what's interesting about that is, you know, in my situation, you know, whereas, you know, I could have been here 15 years ago. I could have been here 10 years ago. I could have been born like 10 years earlier, or 15 years earlier, 14 years earlier, whatever the case may be. But God saw fit to allow me to hold off 15 years to show up on the scene August 12th, 1976, to show up on the scene literally 15 years later, when my parents were in the process of adopting a little girl, but not knowing that they were going to give birth to a little girl, and to know that that was how God would literally orchestrate me showing up on the scene. Like, I think it's like, when I really think about it, I think it's crazy, because it's like my parents really were trying to have another baby so that my brother and I could be close together, and we just weren't. Like, we're 15 years apart. And so for some of you, stop questioning how you got here. Stop questioning why you got here. Stop questioning why this. And I'm not telling you not to, you know, if you need to go to therapy and you need to kind of sort through your feelings and you're upset about some things, I think you need to sort through all of that. I absolutely think you need to work through your mess. I think we all need to work through our mess. But at the end of the day, God wanted you here now. However he saw fit to get you here, like, you know, and I've been as graphic as, you know, as some of you know, I don't really hold any shorts, but many of you, maybe the situation is that your father raped your mother. Like, you got here based off of molestation. Like, there might have been like some craziness about how your situation went. Like, you were abandoned. Like, you showed up at somebody's doorstep. Like, I don't know how you got here, but to understand that the fact that you are here means you are supposed to be here. You're here on purpose. Not only are you here on purpose, but you're here with purpose, meaning that you bring something to the table, meaning that there is something inside of you that this world needs, that this world is missing out on. It's literally like having a puzzle and a piece missing from the puzzle. You are the missing piece. And so because you are not operating in your gift, talents, and purpose, that you are the missing puzzle. And so when you decide to operate in your gift, talents, and purpose, we can put the the puzzle together. And so, and then understanding that not only are you here on purpose, with purpose, but for a purpose, that there is a specific, not only do you come with something, but you're here for a reason. That you're not a mistake, that you're not a happenstance, that you're not a second, like you're not like an afterthought. You're here for a reason, and then you're here to operate in purpose, in purpose, on purpose, intentionally in the thing that you're supposed to be doing. And so when you understand that, and when you walk in that, and you understand that it's a process of manifesting, right? We understand that Esther's purpose, it says, well, could it be that you were made queen for such a time as this? And so for her, the purpose was for her to go through the process of being a queen, go through a whole 12 months of going through the process of doing what she needed to go through in order to present herself before the king, and to be able to be in a space where she could have favor before the king, and he would make her queen, and that he would love her, and that he would be amazed and enamored by her beauty, to the point of when it came time for her to be able to save her people. Could it be that her purpose was for such a time as that, to be able to save her people? Could it be, and I use these two, like, I don't know what I'm going to do with Esther and Joseph, but like with Joseph, could it be that his purpose was to go through what he could go through, so that what you meant for bad, God meant for good, so that I could become second in command, so that when the time came that you needed food, I could be in a space where I could provide for you, and I could also say, listen, that's my family. I'm looking out for them. That God could position you, that he could create you for a specific purpose. He could deposit the vision in you. He could deposit the dream in you, but he could take you through 17 years of, going to jail and being enslaved and being sold and going through all of that stuff for such a time where you can become second in command over the entire country. I don't know who that's for. Like, I don't know who I'm talking to, but understand that you're here for a reason. Understand that you're here for a reason. Understand, Moses, that you had to be sent away and to live in Pharaoh's house, to be able to understand how Pharaoh lives and all of that other kind of stuff, so that your mother could be brought in to nurse you, even though they didn't know that was your mother, but that your purpose was to be in a space where you would understand how Pharaoh and how Egypt worked, so that when you would go back to be able to say, let my people go, you were familiar with certain things, but you were also coming from a different perspective. Could it be? I don't know. But whoever you are, and whatever your story, and whatever your experience, and whatever it is that you feel like totally disqualifies you to have purpose and for God to be able to do a great work in you, I'm sure he's going to. That's part of your purpose. It is part of your story. So don't discount it. Use it and leverage it however you see fit. But I think more importantly, go to God and talk to God about it. Like, if you're angry about it, if you're whatever, I mean, I don't know, but I know sometimes we just feel like our situation is not like somebody else's situation. And so, like, I feel like because my situation is not like their situation, God can't use me in a way that I feel like he might be able to use them. And God can use you any way he wants you. God is no respecter of persons. And we see in the Bible that God is always using the underdog. He's always using the least suspected. He's always using the one that folks counted out. He's always using. And so if you consider yourself the underdog, if you consider yourself the one who they counted out, if you consider yourself the one who folks don't think is really has what it takes to go to the next level, people underestimate you. Let me tell you, sweetheart, let me tell you, sweetums, that you might just be who God is looking for, and the purpose that God has placed inside of you is just what he needs to change the world, period. So I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna let y'all go. But at the end of the day, you have purpose, and you have something inside of you that this world needs. You have something inside of you that we will miss out on. It says you are talking real good tonight. Now it is a real challenging season. Listen, I believe that everything that we go through, whether it's God assigned or God used, will be used to his glory and to the manifestation of his purpose in your life. Period. You're welcome, love. I really do. And it doesn't always make sense. And that's why I say sometimes it's not always clear cut for people to say, well, can you help me find my purpose? I can help you get on the path to find your purpose. But for me to get on the path, to help you get on the path to, you know, to basically help you find your purpose is a process. I believe it's a process. And so I believe, you know, just kind of like going, even like with David, like David was anointed king long before he actually became king. And so, you know, and to go through the process and to be able to go through, I'm sure, even in, you know, being in a place where you're working for the person alongside the person who you're getting ready to replace, and that person kind of knows that you're getting ready to replace them, and now they hate you. You're very welcome, Chris. I appreciate you joining me this evening. And so I think, you know, at the end of the day, and again, I could be wrong. I mean, I think everybody has their own, you know, people who, if that's their gift, that's their gift. They might be able to pull some stuff out of you. But I just know from my own personal experience, that although purpose is already in you, it is revealed in due time. And so I think that you have to position yourself to be able to allow it to be revealed in due time, due to experiences, due to connections, due to maybe even connecting with people like me who can say things that would prompt you to be open to what God is saying to you, because God might be telling you to do certain things that doesn't make sense to you, but it's the very thing that you need to be doing to be in a space that will allow you to be able to get clarity on where you need to be as it relates to your purpose. Right? So yeah, to live is Christ. It doesn't always make sense. It doesn't always feel good, but count it all as a blessing. Absolutely, Sharon. Absolutely. It never makes sense. You're like, really, God? Like, is this where we going with this? Like, how is this? Like, it just doesn't make sense. But I think if you love him, if you trust him, and if you trust that he has your best interest at heart, I think you go knowing that he's not going to lead you astray, period. Right? So yeah. So God is faithful and he loves us. And I think that we all have something to contribute. And I think that, you know, I think the one thing that if you don't take away anything from today and what we talked about is that you have something to contribute and that you are needed, period. And so we want to thank God for that. We want to honor him. We want to thank him for depositing something in us that is needed in this world, that is needed in our communities, that is needed in our families, period. So I'm going to let y'all go because I really want to go upstairs and check on my little person. You know, he's not feeling well. So y'all just keep us both in prayer. Y'all pray that I can break this fever, and y'all pray that I don't get sick. Okay? Those are my prayer requests that I have. Pray that I can break this fever, and pray that my baby don't get his mama sick. Right? I cannot be sick this weekend, but I can't be sick at all. I hate being sick, y'all. Victory is not by chance; it is by change, embracing my purpose. Absolutely. There you go with them nuggets. Hope he feels better. Thank you so much. I hope he feels better too. And I think he'll probably feel better by Friday. Sometimes I know, like with me, if I just have a good day or 2 or 3 to just sleep and just rest my body and just kind of rest a little bit, then I'm better. And so hopefully, like I said, by Friday he'll be better and he'll be doing well. But he's just not feeling too good right now. And so, and he's in my bed. So that's why I really want to spray my whole bed with Lysol, but I'm not going to spray my baby. So y'all just pray that God will keep me from getting sick while I'm taking care of my little person. And we will pick up tomorrow night with day 30. Like, I totally can't believe it's over. But again, if you have the book, if you've read the book, please make sure you go to Amazon and write me a review. I just have to block you because you're getting on my nerves. And so thank you so much. Yeah, I can't. But yeah, thank you so much, everybody. Hey, Robin. Hey, Dr. T. How are you? And so like I said, I just got distracted very quickly. But go to Amazon. Please write me a review if you can. If you've read the book, if you love the book, just because when people go and they're looking and they're like, oh, what's this about? And they see like good reviews, because a lot of times if people have never heard of me and my book kind of pops up, everybody checks reviews, and so if they have good reviews, then they'll buy the book, and I believe that this book will be a blessing to those who purchase it. So again, you all have a good night. Please go back and check out the replay if you're just joining, and meet us tomorrow for the last day, day 30, and where we kind of talk about completion for our 30 days of thanks live. So I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good one. I love y'all. Bye.